Hey, good morning. This is Tony Burlow with INSX Cloud. Wanted to just make a quick video to run through a quick quoting process here on the platform, just for your reference here. So just wanted to make a quick short video to run through that for the brokers out there. So here's the main login screen of the INSX Cloud platform when you log into your broker portal. And just in the middle here, you're going to see two different tabs. You're going to see a new quote and applications tab right here at the top. And just below, you're going to have a report a life change tab, which is where you're going to go if you're going to be needing to update any pertinent information to your customer's ACA application, any income change requirements, if they move, things like that. So that's where you would go in and report a life change. But for our illustration purposes today, we're going to go ahead and just do a new quote. So you're going to click the new Start Quote tab. This screen will pop up that'll collect some basic demographic information, which I'm just going to use a Texas zip code. Keep in mind that it'll default to the appropriate county. If there's multiple counties in that zip code, it will be reflected here in the county dropdown. So make sure you select the correct county here on that tab. The additional information down here is all optional for email address and phone number. So I'm going to just quote out a male. I'm going to use my own birthday here, non-tobacco, and I'm also going to add a spouse here, where you also have the ability to add a dependent if you wish. But for this purpose, we're just going to do a husband and wife in Bexar County, Texas. So once we enter the demographic information, we're going to hit next. And then it's going to bring up the tab where you have the ability to select the lines of coverage. So I'm going to deselect all of these, and then I'm going to select medical, which will show the ACA plans in that market. I'm going to go ahead and select short term, and I'm also going to select health discount program. But keep in mind there's a number of different ancillary products that can be added here on this proposal. And of course, one of the big features and highlights of this platform is the ability to quote an ACA plan along with a short-term medical, so you can do an accurate comparison and suitability for your customer. So now that we've selected our lines, we've got the premium subsidy estimator, which is tied into the backend API of healthcare.gov. It's going to ask you to validate the short-term medical quoting effective date if that is a line of coverage that you've chosen. And once we've done that, we're going to hit next, and it's going to pull up the screen where we can enter household income. These additional categories are going to be grayed out. But for this purpose, we're going to go ahead and enter $65,000 for the household income for this husband and wife. Keep in mind that it's also got a tab down here for affordable medical coverage option, and it also has an affordability calculator to determine if their employer coverage is deemed affordable. So this particular customer is going to be just below the federal poverty level of 400%, so they are qualifying for a $390 subsidy. Which is going to be fairly accurate because it's tied into that healthcare.gov API. We're going to hit next. And what you're going to see here is it's going to bring up the ACA options first. Just on a high level, you're going to see the carrier over here on the right. It's going to give a metallic level indicator. It's also going to indicate if it's eligible for a subsidy. You're going to get a nice snapshot of just the plan name. So this is the Oscar Simple Bronze that showed up first. This is an EPO option, and then it's going to give you some snapshot of the basic benefits, deductibles, any copays if they're pertinent. And then you've got a number of tabs here where you can go into the summary for additional information. You can look up providers, you can look up the prescription drugs, and then on the plan details, you'll have access to the standardized CMS benefit breakout sheet. On the pricing index here, it's going to reflect the estimated subsidy and the monthly cost. So in this particular scenario, it reduces by $390 per month, showing $264 as the estimated amount for this husband and wife based on their household income. Now keep in mind that you can sort by insurance carriers, you can sort by metal tiers, you can also sort by plan type. So there are a number of filters that can be used there. You can also do a nice comparison where we can compare up to 12 plans. So if we wanted to click both of these, we could click the compare button and it'll generate a very nice PDF layout of the plans that were chosen to do the comparison. So for this illustration, I'm going to go ahead and select the Oscar Simple Bronze. It's going to pop up the people to be covered to validate that again, where you could deselect the spouse if that particular person was not going to be on this plan. And then we're going to hit Save and Next. And what it's going to do is it's going to bounce us over to the short-term medical plans, where again we'll have the ability to do a comparison and take a look at short-term options in this space in that particular county. And again, it's going to have the very similar layout where it's going to give deductibles and copay options. It's going to give the coverage length on the short-term medical. And of course, we've got the summary benefit and a plan details tab, which will open up the appropriate brochure for that particular short-term medical plan. Now in this scenario, we're just going to go ahead and tab over because we're going to move forward with the ACA plan in this illustration. So this customer has determined that the ACA Bronze Molina plan is going to be the one that's best suited for them. But again, we've got the ability based on what you check at the beginning of the screen where you can add ancillary products such as a gap product. For this illustration, just because there's no health questions, I'm utilizing the health discount plan. So I'm going to click Go to Health Discount Plans. And that's going to go ahead and pop up, and it'll give the same layout on those ancillary options that are on the platform here. So we'll go ahead and select the wellness discount plan in this scenario. It's going to validate the people to be covered, hit Save and Next. And then we're going to get into the summary screen. So on this summary screen up top, you're going to see the ACA option. You've got the ability to edit it. You can tab on the Oscar Simple Bronze plan to get additional information about that plan. And then it's going to show that we selected the health discount plan below, where it gives a total monthly premium for that particular customer. So again, a big value on this particular platform is the ability to sell ancillary products along with these ACA plans, saving you a ton of time. Keep in mind that if you are utilizing multiple ancillary plan designs with IHC, it is a single draft. So again, we've got this whole benefit breakout here for the ACA and ancillary plans, and you'll have a couple of options as the broker that you can enroll the customer. If you are on the telephone, you can click Select or Start Application here and go ahead and do the entire application over the telephone and get the application submitted for both the ACA and the ancillary products that were chosen. You've also got the ability to click Invite Applicant, where it'll jump up and pop a standardized email template that'll be sent to your customer, where they can do the enrollment on their end if that's a better pathway for them. This is all embedded to your national producer number as the broker, so again, you will get credit for it. But again, you've got two different options here where you can start the application or invite them to apply on their own. You can also print out this benefit breakout and the selections that you made. So again, you've got a number of options here as far as how you want to handle the customer flow. So keep an eye out. We're going to do several of these 5 or so minute recordings on a number of different topics so that you will have access to these as the broker as a reference point. But again, keep an eye out for additional videos that we'll be putting out. And again, we thank you for your time and appreciate your business. Hope you have a great day.